Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be pretty cool, or at least I believe so. So just, hang out with me and I'm going to show you something cool. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the Smith & Wesson M&P 40 Shield. This is a fantastic gun. I'm going to be going over some of the features and just, nothing too crazy. I'm not going overboard. I'm just going to, it's just going to be simplified. First things first is, as you guessed by 40 Shield, this is a 40 caliber. Now, there's always been some going back and forth like, 49, people like to bicker like, 9 is better than 40, 45 is not as good as 40. It's neither here nor there. But it kind of comes down to what you prefer, what your what's your tolerance, those kinds of things. Now 40 is a great caliber. It is. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a fantastic caliber. It's maybe not as popular as 9, but it's still just as good, in my opinion. Now this particular gun, it has a 3-inch barrel. It has polymer grips. It has a hinged trigger. Of course, it's got the manual safety. Now, we're going to double check real quick. Nothing in the magazine. Nothing chambered. So what we're going to do is we're going to look just a little bit closer. So like I just went through the grip. You got to love a manual safety. Now, some of my favorite weapons out there tend to have multiple safeties. They'll have a safety on the actual firearm, and then they'll have a trigger safety. Now that's not, it's a little overboard, but the trigger safety is just another, it's another fail-safe, if you will. They are great implementations on firearms. Now, this one does not have that, but a manual safety directly on the firearm works just as well. This particular firearm, it holds 7 in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber. So you got a total of 8. And if I'm not mistaken, this one comes with 2. See, I didn't buy this brand new. I actually purchased it from a friend of mine. And it came with 2 magazines. So I don't know if that was automatically thrown in there. But that's still a pretty good deal, A lot of times you don't get 2 magazines. You get 1 and you deal with it. Some brands out there, I think Taurus, they throw you an extra mag in there too, which is cool. That's neat. I like that. Even Springfield, some of the Springfields that I have purchased in the past usually come with either the same type of magazine or maybe one with a little extra. Either way, to get an extra magazine with your purchase is always a plus. That is fantastic. And now if you check directly on the grip, you do have a little bit of texturing for your hands for some slippage. So that's always cool. To have a little bit of texturing on your firearm does actually help. You got to be able to make sure it stays in your hand. Now, they also have some grooving going on right here, so you can pull back. You have dovetailed white dot sights, and out of the package, they're pretty accurate. Can't knock it. I think retailed, this particular firearm goes for about $380, maybe a little less, a little bit more. I purchased this for $200, slightly used. and well worth it. Very well worth it. This is my everyday carry now, because even though it is, it's a little bit larger than, your smaller 380s that you can actually slip into your back pocket. This will, in a lot of my pants, this thing will actually fit entirely in my back pocket. Now, that's not where I keep it. I keep it in a holster, either in my waistband or outside the waistband. But, just for reference, this thing actually will fit in your back pocket. So it is small enough to fit in a back pocket, but it actually has enough power, enough stopping power. So that's a win-win in my book. Now, going back to the price a little bit, $380, give or take. That's actually not that bad. If you're someone out there who's been paying like a couple $100, $100 or $200 for firearms, buying some of the cheaper brands out there, this might seem a little pricey to you. And I've been there, trust me, especially when I started buying firearms. I was the one buying cheap firearms because, I didn't know any better. I was new, but $380 for a firearm that is well worth it, especially when you got a name brand like Smith & Wesson. That is quality. Smith & Wesson is well known. I've never had any issues out of any of my Smith & Wesson firearms, and I have 3. So, $380 for something like this, I'd say it's well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. Yeah. Also, maybe going back to the texturing a little bit. Even the mag release is textured right there. One thing I will say that the magazines, this is one of these magazines that are increasingly difficult, especially once you start getting, to the 7 mark on here. It gets pretty difficult to get it in there, but I do get it in there. Not that big of a deal. But I think I've mentioned that before in some of my other firearm videos, that this does happen in some magazines. Some of them are real loosey-goosey, and some of them get real tight. This thing's actually not that bad to tear apart, actually. So that is another plus when you want to get in and start cleaning it. You can't ask for much more. But yeah, that's this has been Smith & Wesson 40 Shield. If you have any questions about it, or maybe I missed something, let me know in the comments below. I really, really appreciate you guys watching, and I can't wait to do more videos such as these. And yeah, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.